Hey y'all, welcome. This is another day of talking with your wise friend, copywriter Shalane. Um, Please like and subscribe if you like to keep up to date with my videos and um, the different topics I discuss here. We're very informal here. We just talk about it when it comes to us. And if you would like to join the conversation, please comment down below. So today, I want to talk about autism. My son has autism. He's 9 years old. I've been homeschooling him since we first discovered that he was having difficulties in school and that the teachers weren't really equipped to handle it. And so what I want to talk, I don't want to go too deep into it. I want to talk about what is it? No, not really what it is, but how do we get autism? Okay, so I think I have two theories for me because there's a lot of chatter. Everyone has their opinions, but for me, I believe it's one of two things. The first is that it's a DNA thing. It comes down through the family line, and that's something I can believe because I'm a person. Growing up, I had social issues. I've always had social issues. I've never been diagnosed with anything. I come from a time and a place where it just didn't exist. You didn't hear about a person having autism at all. And if anybody had any type of inkling of that type of behavior, it was not like told. No one told you about it. And yeah, I used to joke back in the day that I had Asperger's. I was saying it as a joke only because I was never diagnosed with it and truly believed that I had it. And because I look at other people and I always wonder, like, how are they able to connect with each other? They're able to laugh. They're not analyzing things. They're not feeling this disconnect or feeling too close or anything. They're just like instantly connecting with each other. And I'm like, how do people do that? Like, the only way I connect with people is if I have like one person and we're like together. I could treat them as my brain, like that's the only way I'm able to connect. But just to have friends, like I'll talk to people from my natural place, but as soon as I feel like they're doing the social way, like the popular way of being friends, like however people be friends, whether they have banter or these hidden rules that are there, I do not get them at all. Like, you have to care about me 100%. Like, I'm your child. Like, I am you. Like, I'm your mother or something. Like, it has to be super close instantly or it's nothing at all, honestly. This is just who I am. I don't know why. I think it's Asperger's. But anyway, it could be that is a form of autism. So I believe like maybe it could come down the line. My other theory is that, because I remember during the pandemic, I don't believe that I came across too much false information except when it came from like politics. But a lot of things were revealed. And one thing I remember being revealed and being like, I can see that because I felt it in my heart and in my spirit that it was true. That there are people who want to disconnect whatever it is in the mind that is connected to God and that that is gives us the ability to believe in God. They're trying to cut that off so people are more like disconnected from the spiritual world. I believe that that is probably why so many people have gotten autism for like just the last, as Max said, so many people have gotten autism for the last couple of years. I mean, it existed before, maybe as trial periods and trial runs and whatnot, and they like how certain communities get tested on, but now everyone is kind of turning up with autism, and I believe it was I don't know if that is the intention, was to cut people off from God, but that's what that hidden information that came up said, that it was like some type of shot or some type of chemical, some type of something where people, the powers that be on earth want people to be disconnected from God. And so autism is actually a way for people to not be able to have that closeness with God. Like autism, the way they think, the way they process information is very real, you know? And I don't know too many autism people. I haven't seen a person yet with autism who is able to be like, I love God. I have that relationship with God. I am connected with God. Because I think that part of the brain that can connect to the spiritual world is destroyed or like, you know, nulled out. So, yeah. Speaking of God, I know that a lot of people struggle with how to pray for a person with autism because it really is a struggle to teach the spiritual world or teach about God, Holy Spirit, Holy Son, and Jesus to people with autism. I think they can learn it on an informational basis, but for them to tap in, I don't know. We will see in the future. I will see in the future. I don't know. I don't know any other households who have grown, who have brought their autism children up with the word. So I have yet to see it. I'm looking forward to seeing and witnessing that or learning about it more. But in the Bible, it says that God was with them in the womb and knitted them together himself. And he made us all in the image of God. And that God knows every step of our lives from beginning to end. God knows everything about our lives. God has a purpose for how we're created, why we look the way that we do, why we think the way we do, why we feel, and our whole being. God has a purpose for, and God was part of the process of us becoming that. So if there is some reason that someone on earth would want to disconnect God from these people and cause them to have this, I guess it's an affliction because it doesn't make life difficult. Everyone's not autistic, and there's severities to it. There's like this extremes of autism that completely incapacitates people from living a quality life. And if someone really did have that plan on earth to do that to these people, I know God, and God could not have been outside of that. Like, oh, he just let it happen and then does not have a will for it. Everything that is done for the glory of God. So even though you may be having a hard time, maybe you clicked on this video because you wanted to know more about the subject, but I can only give to you in this moment to have faith as strong as steel and know that God has a will for everything, and that entrust your situations to him, and things will work out for your highest good, for their highest good. And realize that the person that they are, this autism thing, is a blessing. It's a blessing for them to be autistic. And I pray that we all can overcome the dreams we probably had before realizing that we were going to raise an autistic child. We maybe had these dreams of them being certain people that they will never be. They probably will never be. Let us align our hearts with God's will for their life. Let us align our work ethic, our goals, our plans, our desires, and our wills with God's will for them. And then we can give them what God intended them to have when he knitted them in the womb. And I pray that for all of us. And whether you believe it is DNA, or whether you believe it was a drug that scientists and doctors did, or whether you believe it was like something in the vagina that turned these kids that way. I don't believe that one. I think that one is absolutely false. But, it could be anything. I pray that you can just realize that God is with us and God is with them, and God has a will and a purpose for them, and it will be beautiful and glorious. Stay strong, stay courageous, and stay in love with the fact that God's glory will be done, and that you will be taken care of and guided through this process. All right, y'all. I hope this helps somebody. Have a good day.